They took down Mexico's most dangerous man and unleashed something far worse. With El Mencho gone, Mexico's criminal underworld isn't collapsing. It's fracturing, shifting, rearming. History has a warning. Every time Mexico kills a cartel boss, the cartels win. So what happens now? The answer could reshape organized crime across an entire continent. The killing of Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El Mencho, has marked a dramatic turning point in Mexico's battle against organized crime. The elusive leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel died during a high-intensity military operation in Tapalpa, Jalisco. Wounded in clashes, he succumbed en route to Mexico City, triggering immediate retaliatory violence that claimed dozens of lives and disrupted regions across the country. Over the past decade, Oseguera elevated the CJNG, originally a splinter from the Mencho Cartel, itself once tied to the Sinaloa Cartel, into Mexico's most formidable criminal syndicate. He achieved this through ruthless violence and strategic franchise alliances with local gangs, expanding influence far beyond Jalisco. His death creates a significant leadership vacuum. Mexican authorities reported at least 7 cartel members killed in the initial raid, with the toll rising to around 70, including security forces and gang affiliates. Oseguera relied on 4 key commanders, but their survival and any clear successor remain uncertain amid the chaos. Julio Alberto Castillo Rodriguez, known as El Choro, a senior CJNG figure and Oseguera's son-in-law, is seen by US authorities as a potential successor. Ruben Oseguera Gonzalez, alias El Menchito, Oseguera's son and former co-leader, was extradited to the US in 2020 and sentenced last year to life plus 30 years. Rosalinda Gonzalez Valencia, Oseguera's widow, known as La Jefa, plays a crucial role as a financial operator from a criminal family background. The Sinaloa Cartel, long a global powerhouse in fentanyl and other drugs, has weakened through arrests and infighting. Its operations span dozens of countries, extending to human trafficking, migrant kidnapping, illegal logging, and fuel theft. It has split into warring factions: the Chapitos, loyal to imprisoned founder Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, who is serving life in a US prison, and the Mayos, following Ismael Zambada Garcia, alias El Mayo. Joaquin Guzman Lopez, one of El Chapo's sons, pleaded guilty last year after abducting Zambada Garcia in 2024 and delivering him to US authorities, intensifying rifts and sparking violence in Sinaloa state. Ovidio Guzman Lopez, another son, also pleaded guilty to US drug charges. Ivan Archivaldo Guzman Salazar and Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar now lead the Chapitos as co-leaders. Ismael Zambada Siqueiros, alias El Mayito Flaco, heads the Mayos faction. Other active groups include Cartel del Noreste, formerly Zetas, operating in northeastern Mexico with drug trafficking, kidnapping, and extortion. Miguel Ángel de Anda Ledesma oversees weapons procurement, per US authorities. La Nueva Familia Michoacana, led by brothers Johnny Hurtado Olascoaga and José Alfredo Hurtado Olascoaga, distributes fentanyl, methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine. Indicted in 2024, each carries a $5 million US reward. Cartel de Golfo, headed by José Alfredo Cárdenas Martínez, alias El Contador. Involved in similar crimes, he was arrested in Mexico, but released in November 2024 after a judicial change. Indicted in the US in 2021. Carteles Unidos, an alliance in Michoacán, led by Juan José Farías Álvarez, alias El Abuelo. It combats CJNG expansion, produces drugs, extorts avocado farmers, and seizes land. indicted in 2024 with a $10 million US reward for murder and trafficking. El Mencho's elimination leaves Mexico's criminal ecosystem at a volatile juncture, potentially weakening cartel dominance or igniting a bloody realignment. At least 25 members of Mexico's National Guard and one security guard were reportedly killed in retaliatory attacks following the capture and death of the country's most wanted cartel leader on February 23rd. Security Minister Omar Garcia Harfuch confirmed that Nemesio Oseguera, known as El Mencho, died in custody after being injured during a Mexican Special Forces operation in Tapalpa, Jalisco State, on February 22nd. Oseguera led the powerful Jalisco New Generation Cartel. According to Mexico's Defense Ministry, intelligence leading to the raid stemmed from a romantic partner of the cartel boss. Defense Minister Ricardo Trevilla said information from a confidant of one of Oseguera's romantic partners helped officials quickly plan the raid for the following day at the crime boss's compound.
Through military intelligence work, we located a trusted person of one of El Mencho's romantic partners, who transported her to a facility in the town of Tapalpa, Jalisco. At that location, she met with El Mencho, this romantic partner. And on February 21st, she left the property, and we obtained information that El Mencho remained at that location.
Security Minister Harfuch said the killing triggered coordinated violence.
In cowardly attacks after the operation to detain El Mencho, there were 27 cowardly assaults against authorities. In Jalisco, there were 6 attacks, where unfortunately 25 members of the National Guard, 1 security guard, and 1 from the State Attorney General's office lost their lives. In these incidents, at the hands of these cowardly criminals, 1 woman lost her life. We counted 30 people from organized crime, 30 criminals who also lost their lives in these attacks. In Michoacana, there were 13 attacks where 4 criminals died and 15 members of law enforcement agencies were injured.
The United States had offered a $15 million reward for information leading to his arrest. Meanwhile, in a post on Truth Social, US President Donald Trump urged stronger action from Mexico in a social media post.
Great interview of American patriot Derek Maltz by Wonderful Fox and Friends host Lawrence Jones, who is terrific. Mexico must step up their effort on cartels and drugs.
The post followed confirmation of Oseguera's death and the ensuing violence. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum addressed the nation Monday, announcing that highway blockades had been cleared and normal activity restored.
We woke up today without any blockades on any of the highways, and practically all activity has been restored.
She outlined the establishment of a national command center to coordinate federal and state responses.
It's important that you know that a command center is being maintained today anyway, a national coordination. Where the secretary is, the secretaries are there, their teams, the Interior Ministry to be in coordination with all the state governments. Yesterday, after the operation, this command center was set up, and I want to thank all the governors because truly, governors and governors, everyone was in coordination with a lot of information.
She also praised Mexico's armed forces and extended condolences.
I want to give special recognition to the National Defense, to General Ricardo Trevilla Trejo, to the Mexican Army, to the National Guard, to the Air Force. Mexico truly has extraordinary armed forces. They are prepared men and women, professionals with great vision, great patriotism, with enormous preparation. Our condolences to the families of members who lost their lives yesterday. Today, there is more calm and there is government. There are armed forces, there is a security cabinet, and there is a lot of coordination. So you can rest assured that peace, security, and normality in the country are being safeguarded.
Meanwhile, Defense Minister General Ricardo Trevilla detailed international intelligence cooperation, including with US authorities, that enabled the operation.
There are agreements that Mexico has with other countries, with other organizations, Interpol, Europol, and others. We, as the armed forces, have strengthened this relationship with the North Command of the United States. And this exchange of information is very important.
El Mencho's death marks a major blow to organized crime. But Mexico now braces for cartel retaliation and power struggles.